Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the scale with imperial measurements. So here we have 12 feet 9 inches as our measurement, and the scale is 1/2, which is also known as a half, inches equals 1 foot. So the first thing that we do in order to calculate this is, so we take 12, which we got here, from here 12 feet, 12, we're going to multiply it by 12 because there's 12 inches in 1 foot. So we multiply that plus the 9 inches, and let's do this on the calculator. 12 times 12 plus 9, that's going to give you 153. So we're going to take that 153 and we're going to divide it by 12. So that same answer you got, you're going to divide it by 12. Because as you know, there's 12 inches in a foot, so we're going to divide that by 12 now. And that's going to give you 12.75. And usually this number goes in as a two decimal places. So 12.75 is 2 decimals, and that's the answer. There's no more other numbers after that. So we're going to take 12.75, and now we're going to multiply that by the scale, because we just finished converting it. Now we're going to multiply by the scale, which is 1/2, and it's the same as saying 0.5. So on our calculator, we're going to type down 0.5, which is equivalent to 1/2, and that will give you 6.375. And so this last number, we're going to be rounding it to the 1 decimal place. So 6.375. 7 is after the 3. So that 7 is over 5. It's more than 5, sorry. So that 3 is gonna turn into 4. So the final answer is gonna be 6.4. And here we have our other measurements, which is 16 feet and 5 inches. So the same thing that we did, we took 16 feet, we're going to multiply it by 12. Again, 12 inches in 1 foot, so we're going to multiply by 12 plus the 5 inches. So 16 times 12 plus 5, that gives you 197. We're going to take that 197 and we're going to divide it by 12. So that's 16.416. And as I said before, we should take this rounded to 2 decimal places. So it's 16.416. 6 is the final digit. It goes before the 1. So the 6 is more than 5, so that's going to turn your 1 into a 2. So your final answer is going to be 16.42. And we're going to take that answer, we're going to rewrite it on the calculator, 16.42. You have to rewrite it as 16.42, or else you'll get a different answer. We're going to multiply that by the scale, which is 1/2, and it's the same as saying 0.5. So 16.2 times 0.5, that will give you 8.21, and the final answer should be rounded to the 1 decimal place, which is going to be 8.2, because the 1 is after the 2, and that's lower than 5, so it doesn't change. So 8.2. So here we have we're going to be measuring with the ruler. So as you can see, as I've done here with the ruler, so my ruler has like these measurements. It's better to have a ruler like this in order to properly measure these measurements, because you want to be as accurate as possible. Well, let me explain to you how I did this. So as you know, the answer. 6.4 by 8.2. That's your measurement. So this is the 6.4. So you know, with the ruler, we know how to get 6 inches. So you just go from 0 to 6. So how would you get 0.4? So well, we could say, okay, 0.4. We can say 0.4. So 0.4. So as we know, 0.5 is half. So that will be half an inch. So 0.4 should be just before half an inch, which is why. So if you look from right here, 3/8 is the closest measurement before the half mark. So this right here is 3/8. As you can see, the ruler goes from 6 inches and 3/8. So that's why I have this here. So we know 0 to 6 is 6 inches, and 0.4. That's equivalent to 3/8. So that's why I drew it like this, just before the half mark, because we can't round it to the halfway mark, because that will throw off the measurement. The closest one is 3/8. That is why 6 and 3/8 should be the closest measurement. And so you would write down your original measurements, not the 6.4. You would write down the original measurements, which is actually 12 feet 9 inches. So you put that down. And so that leaves us with our last measurement, which is 8.2. So from 0 to 8, you put it down on the ruler. That's 0 to 8, and we know that's correct. To get the 0.2, so what I did here, okay, so we know that 0.2, so what's the closest measurement? So we say, okay, 0.25, that's the same as saying 1/4. So 0.2, so we can actually use that measurement, 0.2, and say that's close to 1/4. So that's why after I drew a line from 0 to 8, I drew a line from 8 to 1/4. So 1/4, because it's not a half, and it's not too close to a half, but 1/4. It's pretty close. As you can see, that is how I did the measurement. And to end it off, we would write down the original measurement, which is 16 feet and 5 inches, not 8.2. You would measure as 8.2, 8 and 1/4, and 6 and 3/8. But you would write down the original measurements, which, as you can see on the screen. And so that is it for this video. Hope you guys were able to comprehend what I was teaching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.